Yeah. Then to the third Patina. Oh, you already gone into live already. Okay. All right. So, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, how are you all doing?
Good, sir.
Yeah, let me set up this thing. Where are this? All right. Okay. So, I'm clear. You all can hear me very clearly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, Hare Krishna. Welcome, everyone. So, today we have gathered here to have a class on Bhagavad Gita. So, today is on 21st December 2023. So you see that this 2023 is rushing, all right? Just in matter of another 9-10 days, 2023 is gone for good. Whatever good experience, whatever bad experience, okay, things just pass. Okay, just like it reminds me about a story. Long time ago, I heard from a philosopher. His name is Pulavar Kiran. Okay, that was when I was young. So they said, how do you cut a tree, right? First, you just cut the twigs. Then after that, you cut a small branch. Then you cut a branch. Okay, slowly you cut. Then eventually, you cut the tree off. So similarly, we are just like the tree, and the kala, the time is uh, we are getting chopped off. So just in matter of time, will be fully chopped off. That's a thing that we have read last week. Remember that Krishna says, I am time and I am the destroyer of everything. Okay. So anyway, with that in mind, so let's do our Guru Pranam. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobistam Stapidamena Bhutali Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tamsajivam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidamcha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasachari Starini Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaye Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vignana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojula Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaidina Tarini Rupanuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padam Pujaite Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidanandana Mine Gaura Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumistam Nitasa Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Saruvama Sri Jagannatha Ite Namaha Vanchakalpatrubhischa Kripa Sindhubevacha Paditanam Pavini Bhyo Vaishnave Bhayo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurati Se Namaha. Okay, you know, this mantra, the Gauranga Pranam. Okay, this Gauranga Pranam, it is a quite a unique mantra. Okay, so the translation is, O munificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani, and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. All right. So here, the real intention, the intention of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually revealed. Okay. So that's why even I said the mantra is so potent, so powerful. Until we use this mantra also as an offering. When we offer food, we chant this mantra. Okay, right or not? Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namaha. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Avadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Jaitam Suratau Pangur Mama Manda Matirgati Mat Sarvasu Padam Puja Radha Madana Mohana Divya Prandaraniya Kalpadrumadaha Srimat Ratnagara Singha Sanastu Srimat Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prashtalibi Sevya Manosmarami Srimandasa Rasarambivam Sivata Tatastita Karshan Venu Sanirgo Pirgo Pinata Sri Estuna Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishwari Vrishabhanusade Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Guru Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare. That's it. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nasta Prayesu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavata Uttamasloke Bhakti Bhagavata Namam Hare Krishna Sakutare Srimati Jayapata Swami Tinami Namacharya Padayini Nitai Kripa Pradayini Gaura Kadadamadayi Nagaragashami. Hare Krishna. So, how are you all doing? Hello? Anybody home?
Yes, Prabhu.
Good, sir.
How are you all doing? All good?
Fine, thank you, Prabhu. How about you?
Good. Then now is what they call I think this Saturday is going to be Vaikunta Ekadasi, and of course some of you are in a holiday mood. All right, so whatever it is, so I hope that you spend your day in a very blissful way. All right, so today we are continuing. Okay, so today we are continuing our topic. On chapter 11, which is a beautiful chapter. Okay. So of course, I'm also very happy with lots of feedback. Lots of devotees call me and text me. They appreciate this topic, the way that we present. And also, they like some, but mostly they say they never expected chapter 11 can be this detailed. All right. Just like go on. But of course, chapter 11 was really a fascinating chapter. All right. Because here Krishna is revealing his universal form. The form that is being kept. Of course, the form that is revealing is not spiritual, but material. All right. But even though that Krishna, whatever Krishna shows is transcendental, everything about Krishna is transcendental. His name, his form, even though it's material, but still it's transcendental. But comparatively, it is a form of matter because he is showing to Arjuna just to convince the fallen people like me especially to have the conviction. All right. So sometimes we always like to know, are you sure or not? Are you true or not? At the same time, this is also an indicator that to find out in the future, if anyone come and claim themselves as avatar, these are the questions we need to ask. Dear Mr. Avatar, could you kindly show me your universal form? How is it? So when you say you're going to show the universal form, so it's going to be very interesting. Oh no, I can't do that. Then I said, then we know already. So it's something that we are not duped. All right, we have not cheated or deceived. But surprisingly, the material education is already proven that it is not so great. All right, nowadays people who are materially opulent, they are considered very advanced, or those who are materially educated, like professor, like high level PhD and all these things. So they consider very educated, but actually they are not. All right. So the real education is the Vedic education, and the real knowledge is to know yourself. That is the real knowledge. All right. The real knowledge and intelligence is to know yourself. That is something which you need to have guts. You need to have lots of guts. to know yourself. All right. This Bhagavad Gita, basically what it does, it make you think. All right, make you think. That's why sometimes they say that when I read Bhagavad Gita, I will have a good sleep, because now you start thinking. All right. Before Bhagavad Gita, we are just following instruction. Wake up in the morning. Okay, now I need to go to work. So once I go to work, I take instruction. All right, I take instruction. The instruction says now you do this task. Then you finish that. Then you just you go and have lunch. Then after having lunch, what do? After having lunch, you immediately after your lunch you just go and continue your work. All right, then come back. The life become very automated. It's an automated life. That means we are not thinking. Okay, we are not, I mean, not to say we, that means people are in general are not really thinking. They are just automated. They just follow instruction. They just follow instruction. All right. First thing in the morning, okay, I need to do this. I go to work, I need to do that. I come back home, I need to do this. All right. I take instruction from my supervisor. Supervisor is instructed by line leader. Line leader is instructed by the manager. The manager is instructed by the director, and the director is instructed by GM, and the GM is instructed by MD, and MD is instructed by the CEO, and CEO is instructed by the chairman, and the chairman is instructed by his wife. Make sure you come back, all right? So all these all running on instruction. So when we are all on instruction, that means we are just simply following instruction. We are just taking instruction. We are not thinking. All right. That's why we become another random being. Right? We are just another random being. The ability that given to the human being is to think. All right. That is the sixth sense. Right? Other things, they just don't think. Like example, animal, what is their defense mechanism? The impulse. They will be very impulsive. All right. Suddenly when they hear, when the snake comes or whatever, predator, they could force it because there's impulse. They act on impulsive, the impulse. But human beings are given the sixth sense, right? And the sixth sense is to make us think. All right. What is that to think? Why am I suffering? Why am I here? Who am I? What is my relationship? All right. So that is what Bhagavad Gita is all about. Bhagavad Gita will make you think. All right. This is something which is very unique book, that it because at least if you don't practice your thinking mechanism, and other is even if your body, if you don't work out, your body will become numb. All right. Your body will start to not to function properly. So you have to always work out. Similarly, you also have to work out on your thinking. All right. Your mind. So you have to think for yourself. Not taking instruction. Like for instance, okay, you can say, but that doesn't mean I'm not thinking. Yes, you're thinking on the instruction. When a manager tells you to do that, okay, how am I going to do that? You are thinking of that. But this is something that you're thinking for yourself. Thinking beyond your body, beyond your mind, beyond everything. All right? Beyond our nature. What am I? Why am I? And all these things. All right? So with that note, so today we are going to go into one of the most important instruction. So now Krishna is start to give instruction, right? After showing the, see, sometimes like for instance, when we want to when we are struggling, when we are so suddenly we have a friend who suddenly help us. All right, say I'm in financial distress. I have no money at all. I'm so stuck. I'm just so confused. Suddenly a friend of mine come and give me 1,000 in my hand. I say, wow. Then after that, he say, now you do this. You go and pay that floor. You go and pay that floor. Make sure you buy a milk and give it to your family. They give me instructions. So similarly, in this scenario here, after Arjuna, Krishna started to show his universal form. Now Krishna is speaking very firmly. Now he's no more talking like a friend. He's talking with a grave, with so affirmative and so firm and so seriously. All right. So that's what we're going to see it now. Okay. Now we are on okay, so we have already done 32 last week. Okay, so what is a 32? Okay, that's right. Okay, what is 31? We just see Akya himeko bhavan ugra rupo. Ugra rupo means terrible form. Ugra. They are the form which is cannot be perceived. The form that is like so terrible form. So scary, extremely scary. Ugra rupo. Akya himeko bhavan ugra rupo. Namostute. Namostute is paying obeisance. Deva vara prasida. Namostute deva vara prasida. Vinyatum ichhami bhavantam adyam. Nahi prajanami tava pravirtim. Akyahi, please explain. Me, unto me. Ka, who? Bhavan, you. Because after all the thing that you have spoken in chapter 10, here Arjuna is asking again, who you are actually. He's like shaken. He's shaken to the core. And now he's asking who you are. Bhavan, Ugra Rupo, fierce form. Namostute, obeisances. Namostute, Namaskaram, Namaste, obeisances. Te, unto you. Deva Vara, the great among the demigods. Prasida, be gracious. Vinyatum, to know. Ichhami, I wish. Bhavantam, you. Adyam, the original. Na, not he, certainly. Prajanami, do I know. Tava, your pravritti mission. All right. Then the translation. O Lord of the Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what is your mission is. I don't know what is your mission is. Then in 32, Krishna explained, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Kalosmi Lokashaya Krit Pravirdo Kalosmi. I am time. Kalo means Kala means time. Asmi means me. Lokashaya, destroyer of everything. Lokan Samahartum. Iha Pravrittaha. Rittepi Tvangna Bhavishyanti Sarve. Ye Vashista Pratyanikeshu Yodaha. What he says? The Supreme Personality of Godhead say, time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds. And I have come here to destroy all people. Now he's revealing his secret. I came to destroy everybody, with the exception of you. Oh, the Pandavas, all the soldiers on both sides will be slain. So how many people actually survived the Kurukshetra war? Right? On the total person who survived on Pandavas, the Pandavas 5. And on the Kaurava, only, what is his name? The son of Dronacharya, Ashwatthama. All right. Then Ashwatthama was sentenced doomed until end of this yuga. He will be living with full of leprosy. His body is oozing. This thing is such a horrible, horrifying leprosy. He have to suffer until end of this millennium. All right. But of course, any what they call Krishna, even if he punishes, he also gives blessing. Okay, what is his blessing for Ashwatthama? After end of millennium, when the next millennium starts, he's going to be the next Prajapati. All right, so that is his position. He's awaiting for him, but now he's suffering on this thing. All right, so now we're going to go on 33. Okay, before that, is there any echo behind me when I speak? Is there echo?
No, Prabhu, everything okay.
No,
echo.
Prabhu. No.
All right. Because that day recording I saw, because in my mic there's a place I forgot to adjust my echo. So it become echo. Okay, Tigash, you are doing something. Don't do. All right, thank you. Okay. Now, okay. Let's. Yes, Tigash, you're trying to draw something.
Oh,
Don't draw anything.
oh, okay. Semua
Okay.
tadi dah sudah, Pak.
Okay. No problem. Tasmat tvam uttishta uttishta yasho. O means we report. Labasva jitva shatrun. All right. What is shatrun means? Shatrun means enemy. Shatrun Bungshva, Bunk, Shva, Bunk, Shva, Rajyam, Samardam, Samardam, Mayaivaite, Mayaivaite, Nihataha, Purvam, Eva, Nimitta, Matram, Bhava, Savyasachin, Savyasachin. Okay, you got another name, Savyasachin. All right, Arjuna's another name. Okay. Tasmatvam uttista yasho labasva jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samardam mayaivaite nihata purvam eva nimitta matrang bhava savyasachin tasmatvam uttista yasho labasva jitva shatrun bhungshvarajyam samriddham mayaivaite nihata purvam eva nimitta matrang bhava savyasachin tasmatvam uttista yasho labasva jitva shatrun bhungshvarajyam samriddham Mayaivaite nihata purvam eva nimitta matrang bhava savyasachin. Want to try? Come on, quick.
Answer, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Yes, Haribol. Tasmatvam ittasya yasolabaswa jitva satrun bhusvaya rajyam samradam mayayate nihata purvasva eva
Purvam eva.
purvema eva nimitta matram bhavasya sachin.
Savyasachin. All right. Good try.
Thank you,
Next.
Prabhu.
Come on, the usual readers. Come on. Do it fast.
Can I try, Prabhu?
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Tasmatvam uttista yaso labasva jitva satrum bhungsva rajam samardam mayaivaita nihada purvam eva nimitta matram bhava savyasachin.
Very nice.
Hare Krishna.
Next. That's all? Okay. Tasmatvam uttista yasho labasva jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samriddham mayaivaite nihata purvameva nimitta matrang bhava savyasachin. Right. Tasmat, therefore, tvam, you, uttista, get up, yashaha, fame, labasva, gain, jitva, conquering, shatrun, enemies, bhungshva, enjoy, rajyam, kingdom, samardham, flourishing, maya, by me, eva, certainly, ete, all these, nihata, killed, purvam eva, by previous arrangement, nimitta matram, just the cause, bhava, become, savyasachin, or sabyasachi. Translation and purport by Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, Krishna is saying here, therefore, get up. Therefore, get up. Prepare to fight. All right? Because Krishna wants him to fight. And after that, he says, win glory. Prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement. And you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument, is only an instrument, right? But an instrument in the fight. Okay, so again, therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory, conquer your enemies, and enjoy your flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Okay, this is a very, very interesting verse. Okay, let me get this thing. Hare Krishna. Okay, so here, so that means first of all, let's look at this. So Prabhupada is explaining why it's called Savyasachin. All right, why they put him a term Savyasachin. That means one who can shoot arrow very expertly in the field. All right, those who can shoot arrow very expertly is called Savyasachin. Okay, thus Arjuna is addressed as an expert warrior capable of delivering arrows to kill his enemies. All right, so now what Krishna says, just become an instrument. Just become an instrument, or nimitta matram. So just become an instrument. That means in likewise, how are we going to apply this in our life? We are just an instrument of Radha Rani. All right. That's why we are known as Dasanudas, the servant of the servant. When we accept our initiation, all right, we are accepting our initiation means we are fully surrendering ourselves to our spiritual master. So when we surrender to the spiritual master, we are surrendering our mind, speech, and even body. That's why we are putting tilak in all 12 places in our body. What does that mean? Om Keshavai Namaha, Om Narayanai Namaha, Om Madhavai Namaha, Om Govindai Namaha, Om Vishnavi Namaha, Om Madhusudanaya, Om Trivikramaya, Om Vamanaya, Sridharaya, Hishikeshaya, behind Padmanabhaya, Damodaraya, and here Vasudeva. Why we are putting in all the 12, 13 places around our body? What does that mean? That means we are offering our body and we are making our body as a temple. All right. And who is the deity? The deity is the Paramatma that living inside. All right. So when we are putting a tilak all around our body, is to converting our body into temple. Because temple means it's a public place. Right? There's no such thing individual temple. Right or not? When I say I want to build a temple means it's not for my own self. It is for everyone's benefit. Similarly, when we accept this body, when we surrender ourselves, our mind, speech, and thoughts unto the lotus feet of Krishna, or at the feet of spiritual master, we are offering our body to our spiritual master, and he can use it as he wish. So now what happened? We became an instrument. We became an instrument. So once we go back home by the mercy of Krishna, Guru and Krishna, and by mercy of Radharani, she thinks that, okay, I would like to have the servant back to me. So once we go back home, back to Godhead, when we go back, what we do? We are not going to simply sit around, laze around, anything. We are also going to engage in devotional service. But there's a difference between engaging in spiritual world and engaging here. Because here we are engaging with our rotten senses, with our polluted mind, polluted senses, all right, with our polluted body, right? Yes or not? No matter how pure food that you take, how fragrant rice, there's a fragrant rice, how fragrant the rice is, but anything that comes from our body is all smelly. Yes or not? When I talk about evacuation, urinating, and also perspiring, I know that sweat, okay, the thing that comes from the nose, phlegm, and the saliva, everything from the ear, everything in the hole that we have, all the holes in our body, anything that comes out from there, it is smelly. Even if, say, there's a small cut in my hand, when the blood oozes out, right? So what happened after some time? There's a smell. So anything within that skin, the skin is just like a plastic bag that covers the dirt, right? So we are in that, what they call, in that dirty, this thing, but covered with the skin. Okay. So we are actually in a very filthy place, right? We are in a very filthy situation. Okay. Just like you have a beautiful car, but inside everything is rubbish. Right? So you see a beautiful Mercedes, but inside the car, you see everything is dirty, rubbish. You can see what they call that mosquitoes and this what they cockroach running around. It's so smelly, but outside it's so beautiful. We are just like that. All right. So now we have once we surrender ourselves to the lotus feet of our spiritual master, what happened? We become an instrument. So what is the advantage of being an instrument? So that means if I become an instrument, I always have to remind myself, my job is dasa nudasa. My job is to serve the servant of the Lord. Right? So that's when the spiritual master will give you a specific instruction. All right, he give you a specific instruction. I want you to be a book distributor. I want you to do a mass cooking and feed everyone, prashadam. I want you to become a pujari. You do the puja in the temple. All right, all the things is a specific instruction. The spiritual master. That means the spiritual master is utilizing you to serve his spiritual master. Right. So it is just like that. So that means how we can relate this to our life. Enjoying a flourishing kingdom means we are when we are what they call. So we have to get up, get ready, and prepare to fight. Fight against what? Not Maya. We have no power to fight against Maya. There's so many wrong idea. They said, "Oh, I have no fear for Maya." You can never say that. Maya is huge, strong, powerful. Maya is actually Krishna's shadow. She's very powerful. Durga, she's very powerful. You have no power to say that you have no fear for her. All right. I was reading about this book about Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur, where the Maya Devi came and tried to trick what they call Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur chant 192 rounds a day. He's Nama Acharya. He's the person in charge for chanting the holy name. He chants 192 rounds a day. He chants 64 rounds loudly. Then he chants 64 rounds silently. The third 64 rounds he chants mentally in his mind. Right? So like that, he chants 64 rounds daily. So because of his someone sent a message. Okay. Right. So because of this Haridas Thakur, and he was such a great Acharya and so powerful, but he's a Muslim by birth, right? If those who don't know who is Haridas Thakur, he's a Muslim by birth. All right. So he became such a great Acharya in chanting. So Maya Devi came. Maya Devi came, and she came in a very lustrous form. Very beautiful lady, girl, in a very beautiful, very attractive. Even a great sage also can fall. All right, he came and tried to seduce Haridas Thakur to test him. But Haridas Thakur was not even shaken. It happened for the whole day, 3 days, something like that, until Maya Devi gave up. So what we are saying is, Maya is not something as what we think. Right? If we can become like Haridas Thakur, which is very rare, then we can. But as long as we are just normal devotee, struggling in this wilderness of this, what they call in this dark planet, so we have to be fearful. Why? We are fearful means it's not to say that, oh, I'm so scared. No. Fearful means you have to abide. You have to pray. You have to pray to Krishna. You have to pray to Krishna every day. Pray to spiritual master every day that Maya don't disturb you. But Maya also guarantees. Prabhupada said in Bhagavad, purport, chapter Canto 1, chapter 5 or 6, that's one of the purport. He said, when you are very sincere in your execution of your devotional service, that Maya, that Mahamaya will turn into Yoga Maya. Who's that Yoga Maya? Is Mother Subhadra Devi. Right? They turn into Yoga Maya, and that Yoga Maya will help you to take you back home, back to Godhead. So Maya is not that cruel, but Maya is cruel to the karmis. All right? At the same time, if you are a devotee, if you think you want to go back, Maya also will test you. She's the first person to test you, whether you're really prepared to go back home or not. So there will be lots of external things that Maya simply like to throw in, right? Some kind of problem, some kind of this thing, or maybe a trouble through a fellow devotee, or something will keep bothering you. Maybe you're trying to speak, but your family is not. You have no choice but to listen to them. So all these kind of things, Maya will just simply torture you. See, whether you can stand strong or not. All right. So, but what is that one process of giving that up? I mean, how one process that is thing? So that means we are say okay. That means we have to prepare to fight and win. That means we are prepared to fight against what? Again, our mind, again our intelligence, again our laziness, especially. Okay lah. 16 rounds a day means 16 rounds a day, no matter what. Okay lah, tomorrow lah. Like it happened to me also. You know, I've been doing this Damodara Puja like nobody's business, right? For previous years and everything. In fact, I've a few hours. I've even done 10 hours non-stop kirtan, right? From morning 10 o'clock until night 8 o'clock, non-stop. We went every house. All right, we bring our ghee lamb and offer ghee lamb. All right, we did all this kind of marathon kind of preaching. But this year, suddenly I just felt, I've done that previous year, all I've done, this year take a break. That is dangerous. Right? I believe it's quite common also. I've done so much. Even they say, even offer once itself, you can go back home. I have done how many 1,000 times? That is Maya. So what we need to do, we have to be very disciplined. When can we be disciplined? When we start to understand that I don't belong to me. This body do not belong to me anymore. This body belongs to Krishna. It belongs to my spiritual master. I am mere an instrument. So whatever things that you do, whatever seva that you do, whatever arrangement, like what I'm doing here today, there's nothing goes to me. I'm just an instrument of my spiritual, because that's what he told me to do. My spiritual master told me, just distribute book and preach. This is the only thing he told me. And he said another word, nothing else. Just do this and nothing else. So ever since then, I've been doing this, right? Like sometimes they ask me to do puja. I never learn how to do puja. I never learn how to, because this is the only thing that excites me. Okay. So because spiritual master knows what is, because he's a Chaitya Guru in the heart, appearing as a Diksha Guru. All right. So that means we have to prepare to this. That means we are this thing. Okay, so we have to offer ourselves. But Krishna also guarantees, he says, then after that, he says, enjoy your flourishing kingdom. So what is the thing? Go back home, back to Godhead. Right? This thing. Because then after that, we are just an instrument. So we are only becoming an instrument to serve Krishna. Okay, even we go back home, back to Godhead, we are also an instrument. Like what? Suddenly Mother Radharani, or confidential servant like Visakha and Lalita. Right? Radharani, there's of course Radharani expanded herself to the 8 Ashta Gopi, the 6, 8 gopis. Then after that, the principal gopis, and they're headed by Lalita and Visakha. Okay. So that particular Lalita, okay, there's Lalita, the gopi Lalita and Visakha, she has a servant. Right? She tells that servant, now I want you to prepare a beautiful garland for Radha and Krishna. Right? Say, and that gopi will tell her servant, right? Visakha is telling her servant, and that servant telling another servant, now you go and get me flower, thread, everything, because Visakha is going to make, Visakha told me to make garland. All right? So that gopi, that means the second gopi, that means the second in the row, she will tell some of her servants, now you go and get me thread and you go and get me flower. And that gopi will go and tell her servant, okay, now I want you to go to that place and get this flower, and tell another servant, I want to go to that place, get another flower, go there, get another flower, go here. And she's telling, she got a servant, right? Then so now you're going to get thread. Okay, I want you to go to get the lotus leaf or banana leaf and whatever, you just try to get the thread. All right, you go and get it from the lotus, you go and get it from the banana something. Example, I'm just giving an example. Right? Then that gopi will say, okay, now I'm going to go there, and it's such a big thing. Okay, now she brings a group of girls and says, now I want you to go into the jungle and I want you to go and harvest all the flower. And that the gopis will say, okay, now I'm going to go into there. She's bringing her servant to hold the basket. So she plug and put in the basket. So like that, we are servant of the servant of the servant. And suddenly you become one of the servant of that particular gopi or Sakhi. All right. And that Sakhi tell you, now I want you to hold the basket for me. Right? I want you to hold the basket for me because I heard that Gopi Visakha wants to make a beautiful garland. And of course, it comes in the hierarchy. Now I'm going to pluck the flower. I want to hold the flower very carefully. The bucket. I want you to hold the bucket very carefully. So that means, who are you actually? So even though that you're going down, 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 but you are also mere instrument. Right? You cannot say, I've after so many millions of birth and death, suffering in material world, I want to go to Vrindavan and I just want to enjoy myself. I want to go relax. Okay, I just want to go drink some milk from Surabhi cow and I want to eat this Mahaprasad. Of course, all these are given. Right? Because every day is a festival. Every day is a festival. All right. Even you become a dust, even you become a creeper, even you become a what they call a bee, or even you become a what they call what they call grass. Even the grass dress herself very beautifully and very lavishly, and this thing, because they know when what they want, Krishna will be looking everywhere, all the trees and the plants all getting ready or getting dressed up. In other words, they are trying to make themselves so beautiful. So wherever Krishna look, wow, everything is beautiful. But then they say, the grass says, but we are the most fortunate one. Because sometimes you look down and step on us. Oh, how fortunate are we? So they all get dressed. So everything in Goloka Vrindavan is consciousness. Right? And everything will be like just, all right? What they call? They are just getting ready to serve. So there's no such thing, I and mine. Everyone just instrument. Okay. So this word is also very significant. The whole world, right? The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So now what we can understand from this thing, the whole world moving according to the plan. So now you're seeing war. You are seeing that cows get killed, get slaughtered. Big mass slaughterhouse. The whole world is going crazy. And we are all trying to like fight for it. No, these, that, join PETA, right? PETA. All right. Try to save the animal, save the cow. We want to do this. Okay, I am a nationalist, I'm a Malaysian. And here in Malaysia, Indians are not properly taken care. And I'm frustrated. I need to fight for my right. These blah, 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 blah. All these, that's why it says we are just simply wasting our time. Because everything is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality. All right? It's not that we are in power. We can never change anything. Sometimes they say, oh, this is Prabhupada's movement. The Prabhupada's movement is going to be destroyed. No. Prabhupada's movement is the will of God. Right? There's nothing you can never do anything. Everything is the will of Krishna. Everything is happening by the will of Krishna. Suddenly he brought in COVID-19. Then after COVID-19, suddenly he inspired a person to create this Zoom platform. And through the Zoom platform, he gathered all the devotees all over the world. All right. And he made that so many devotees, even that distributing book through the what they call online. He created internet. He created so much of benefit that we all can advance in devotional service, or even can get degraded, because the computer, if you do it in a wrong way, of course, there's so many nonsense part and everything. Right? There's a lot of like what happened in India, right? In Tamil Nadu, all this atheistic government, all these Periyar, these foolish men, all these things, all crazy, all they're trying to do, but it's all plan of Krishna. That's why in 5.1, chapter 5, text 1, Brahma Samhita, it says, Hinta, I mean, what they call? Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. He's the cause of all causes. So we have to know that. We have to know that very clearly. We are not in power. The only power that you have, only your tiny mind, only thing that you have is you can go on chanting, you can make a decision to go back home, back to Godhead. Other than that, we have no power to rule or change over this material nature. So the foolish person who don't have sufficient, who do not have, all right, do not have sufficient knowledge. All right, sufficient knowledge means what? That means they are, even though They are very intelligent. They can be a PhD in environment. They can PhD in geology, that they can simply destroy the mountain and take quarry, whatever, I know. But that is not enough. But because they think that nature is moving without a plan. Yes? Please mute. Okay. So the nature is moving without a plan. All right. And also they say all manifestations, everything that appear is accidental. All right. Is accidental formations. That is that most absurd thing the current scientists are talking about it. When they look at Mercedes-Benz, wow, German marvel, beautiful car, wonderful technology, very good. Talk about Volvo. People can never die in that Volvo because the car doesn't overturn. The car has all the safety measures. It's a Swiss, what they call? Swiss, Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken, right? No. I don't know, Volvo came from where? Somewhere in Europe. So they say, oh, this is a fantastic marvel. It's a technology. Scandinavian marvel. What country is that? Okay, I forgot. Anyway, it's not important. So all these, everything's beautiful. German technology, Scandinavian technology. Look at the Japanese technology. Everything, wow. But when you talk about, how about that? You don't talk. Earth is accident. That is the most foolish thing people can talk. Everything they say, oh, look at this computer. I'm using Asus. I don't know from which country. Oh, I'm looking at this. Okay, it come from, okay, this mic is coming from so-and-so country. Beautiful. Everything's good. Somebody's brain invented this. But the earth, the planet, everything happened by accident. Okay, it's a big bang. Suddenly, somewhere in Milky Way, suddenly everything exploded. And coincidentally, everything went and placed accordingly. And after that, in that creation, suddenly there's a two combination. Okay, H2O, hydrogen, and two oxygen just combined, and suddenly water created. And from that, this is combined, everything created. That is their foolishness. Okay, there are so many so-called scientists who suggest that perhaps it was like this. So it only a suggestion, suggests perhaps it was like this, or like this, or maybe like that. That's why they all call it as theory. All right? The Darwin theory. Theory means what? It can be like this or can be like that. They have nothing affirmative. They have nothing concrete. But there is no question, perhaps or maybe. That's what Prabhupada is saying. In fact, in one of the sessions that Prabhupada explained, a person who's going to speak on Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, you do not say, in my opinion. We are not in the state, in the situation to express our opinion. We only must give Krishna's opinion or Acharya's opinion. Right? So sometimes when you say, I think in my opinion, no, that's a very wrong word. Prabhupada really don't like it. That's why we only can speak based on Acharyas. Okay? So here always they say, so there's a specific plan carried out in this material world. There is a specific plan is carried out in this material world. And what is this plan? This cosmic manifestation is a chance. Okay, what is a big plan actually? So what is that big plan? What is the ultimate plan despite all these nonsense things happening? But what is the ultimate plan? All right? The ultimate plan is manifestation. Okay? Sorry. Okay? It's a chance for the conditioned soul to go back home, back to Godhead. All right? When we look at this, when we look at this previous yuga, Satya Yuga, we have to do, we live 100,000 years. All right? And we perform severe austerity for 30,000-40,000 years. Enough. You can go back. Somebody please mute. Okay. So that means we say, okay, in Satya Yuga, we're going to live for 100,000 years. So I'm going to do austerity for 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. Okay, fair enough. Okay. In Treta Yuga means I live up to 10,000 years. So 10,000 years means I will do a huge fire sacrifice. Maybe for 2,000-3,000 years or 4,000-5,000 years. I do huge fire sacrifice. Until you can do yajna until you become perfect. Then you go back home, fair enough. And in Dwapara Yuga, what happened? Here they do we live up to 1,000 years. All right, we live up to 1,000 years. In that 1,000 years, we do fantastic deity worship. We can go on doing worship until you become perfect. You go back home. But in Kali Yuga, we live up to 100 years. But the problem is, in Kali Yuga, 100 years, we are, even though we live up to 100 years, but we have a trouble with disease. We do not have solid 100 years. Even we have 100 years, but we have 100 years with disease. All right? That's going to stop your body from functioning. Stop your body from this thing. Our body becomes very, 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 very weak. When you read Mahabharata, you know, when the arrow is shot at the warrior, they just can pluck out the arrow and still they don't die. But now one mango drop on the head, people can die. I think I've given that example many times. When I was young, there's in one place, you know, there's a Malay village. One lady was sweeping down. Suddenly, one mango, she was sweeping under the mango tree. One mango just dropped on the head. I see, she died on the spot. Even a mango can kill a person. And even I heard, I'm not sure how far it's true. Even if you go up 20, 30 floors high, if you throw 50 cents, even the velocity, the thing drops on the head, it's just as powerful as like a bullet or something like that. Did anyone of you heard that? Even a 50 cents can kill a person when we drop from a 20, 30 story high building. Did anyone heard that? No one heard. Yes, Ganesh, say Jay Ganesh.
No, Prabhu, never heard.
You have not heard, huh? No, because that's what they told. I'm not sure how far it's true, the 50 cents coin when I throw from that. So anyway, our body is becoming more and more fragile. Okay, more and more fragile. So even though we have 100 years, we see. So in this condition, in Kali Yuga especially, Krishna have created an opportunity. Okay, your body is diseased, your mind is not strong enough, right? Your mind is not strong, your body is not powerful, not strong, right? And everything. So anyway, just simply chant Hare Krishna. All right, among your all imperfect senses, just try to keep your tongue perfect by chanting Hare Krishna and eat prasadam and speak about Krishna. All right, Hari Bhajan, Hari Kirtan, Hari Japa, enough. You can go back home, back to Godhead. So, as long they have the domineering mentality, all right, as long they have the domineering mentality, that means they dominate, which makes them try to lord over the material world. Okay, this is for the scientists. So, as long they try to control the nature, they're trying to, so these are the people, they are contaminated. That means they are conditioned. That means they have conditioning. All right. But anyone who can understand the plan, but if anyone, Prabhupada mentioned anyone. Anyone means what? Is it Indians? No, anyone. They can be Chinese, they can be Malay, they can be Russian, they can be Israel, they can be Palestinian, anyone. They can be the highest of the highest birth, lowest of the lowest birth, even outcast, even barbarians, even the aborigines, anyone, any human being can understand. They can understand what? The plan of the Supreme Lord. They can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord. All right. But anyone who can, who can, those who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord. So what do you do? And cultivate Krishna consciousness. Cultivate Krishna consciousness. That means Krishna consciousness is something that we cultivate. What does it cultivate means? See, I got a land, right? Then I'm going to plant some vegetables. So what is the term we call? Cultivation. What is cultivation? First, I need to dig out the land and take out all the unwanted, what they call, grass, weeds. Then after that, I dig harder, dig even more to make sure that all the roots, everything is taken off. Then I have to mix with cow dung or some fertilizer, and I just try mixing it everything, and make it one place high, another place like a drain. All right. So prepare all these things and let it cool down. Let it settle down under the sun. Okay. After a week or something like that, then I start to plant the weeds. The plants that I wanted. So that is cultivation. So similarly, when we cultivate Krishna consciousness, what do you do? First, we have to read Bhagavad Gita. So we dig out all that unwanted weeds from our mind, our intelligence. All right. We have so many things, unwanted things planted, deeply rooted in our intelligence. So we have to pluck out from the root. Even there's a tiny root, hairline root, it will still go back. So, grow back. So you have to pluck out everything. by reading Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Then to speed up, that means, can I just simply, like you see, like even in India or something, why we need to chant? I just simply read Bhagavad Gita day and night. Is it enough? Yes. But if you chant, you are going to pluck out all the rubbish and all that unwanted weeds from your mind. Right? Reading Gita purifies your intelligence. Chanting Hare Krishna purifies your mind. So you're trying to pluck out everything from the mind when you chant Hare Krishna. So by chanting Hare Krishna and reading Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, you speed up the process. All right? So you speed up the process. So when we go on reading and this thing, then after that, as a human being, we must talk. If we don't talk or we don't associate, human being can't exist. Human being is not a one-man island. Human being lives in a community. So what happened? Now, when all that rubbish and all the unwanted things from the mind start to clear off, they start to have distaste from associating with people, unwanted people or non-devotee. Like last time, okay, I go and I have fun. Okay, every Saturday I go and meet my cousins and have barbecue party, drink some wine or whiskey. Right, Sunday morning, just get up, go for shopping, buy some, go to this thing and just go fun, have fun, barbecue, waterfalls. Right, all these kind of things we used to have. But once our mind and intelligence start to get purified, we start not to associate with them. When we go there, we start to see them doing all these things. We just start, oh my God. We start to get disgusted with them. So eventually what we do, we try to associate with devotees. So with devotees, when you go to that, when we start to go to a devotee house or go to this thing, the same situation, but here is different. Here, they cook sumptuous prasadam, especially on Sunday or Saturday. They make a very nice preparation, all the best cooks in the temple, thing, they go and make their best food and they offer to Krishna and everybody enjoys eating. And before we have prasadam, we will have a fantastic dancing. You want party, right? Let's dance in front of Krishna. Live music some more. You don't need to put some cinema song somebody have sent and sang and now you're dancing. No, we just play live music. Mridanga and Kartal. Right? Mridanga and Kartal is more nicer than guitar and drum. Right? So then after the live music, then you want to listen to the story. You want to talk some grandmother story or some this thing. So now we sit and listen to the story of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. See what Krishna did. Wow. Then you go back home with so much of peace of mind. So that means we are cultivating. That means we are just removing all that rubbish and we are putting in some new things. We are cultivating. We are practicing. We are just trying to cultivate Krishna conscious. So when we do this and what we are known as the most intelligent. We are the one who known as the most intelligent people. The creation and destruction of this cosmic manifestation. That means the creation and the destruction. Okay. Of this cosmic manifestation. Cosmic manifestation means what? All right. That the cosmos, that all this, what they call the universe and everything are under the superior guidance of God. All right. So under the superior guidance of God. Okay. Okay. So now okay. So the creation, destruction, and is okay. Thus, the battlefield of Kurukshetra was fought. Okay. The battlefield was fought according to the plan of Krishna, plan of God. Okay. Plan of God. Arjuna was refusing to fight. But he was told that he should fight. According to the desire of the Supreme Lord. That means Krishna wants the war and Krishna wants to see this and he wants him to fight. Then he would be happy. If one in full Krishna consciousness, this is very important, if one in full Krishna consciousness and his life devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect. That is a fantastic purport. And this purport itself, we can go on talking for days. Right? So what Prabhupada and this purport is such a beautiful, brilliant. Prabhupada is extremely brilliant. Because he's been what they call he's been what they call Saktivish. He's been empowered. Prabhupada said it very nicely. One is in full Krishna consciousness. All right, what type of Krishna consciousness Prabhupada is mentioning? Or just a little Krishna conscious? Or what? He said in full. The word full is very important. When one is in full Krishna consciousness. That means full Krishna consciousness means what? We are, from the daybreak until the night, we are fully engaged ourselves with the further service of Krishna. All right? Okay, and his life is at the same time the consciousness, that means full of Krishna consciousness, that means the mind. Okay, then after that, life, and after that, the life and soul is what? Devoted. Right? We devote. The life is devoted. Devoted means what? That means I have sacrificed it. I devote myself. All right, I devote myself to teaching. I devote myself to medical line. I'm a devoted doctor. That means what? There's no second thought about it. Whether you got money or not, I don't care. I'm a devoted doctor. I just want to come there and save your life. All right? So devoted, that means I'm a devoted wife. My wife is very devoted to me. That means what? The wife accepts you 100%. There's no doubt about it. So that means here, Prabhupada is saying life devoted. All right? To what? To transcendental what? Service. Right? Service. So what is the service? As I said, engaging all our senses. Service. It's not that going to temple, sweep, or this kind of do menial work. No. Service means like you are what they call, you are engaging. That means anything that you want to do for the sake of Krishna is called service. All right? Say there's a servant in the kingdom. In the kingdom, there's a king and there's a servant. What is his job? From morning till night, his job is to serve. And how he do it? That means first thing he wake up, he prepare breakfast. Right? Or what, bait coffee or something like that. Then after that, he prepare hot water. Right? After that, he prepare, make sure that all his the king's clothes are all nicely prepared. After that, he go and after that he do what? After that, he make sure that all his slippers, all his jewelries, everything is all shoes, everything is all well prepared for him to get dressed. When you want to get dressed, a servant and the person help him to dress. Right? Like putting on the coat, armor and everything. Then after that, he just go. So then after that, he gonna take his lunch and then he go to bed or take rest, then come back, then he continue. So the job of the servant is service. From morning till evening, night, any action done in that palace is service. All right. Once the king leaves the palace and go out, from the morning till now, he serves the people. Service. That is what service is all about. So that means we have to have our mind is full of Krishna consciousness. We have to be very conscious of Krishna. How we can get it? Very simple. Chanting and reading. You do these two, you can get it. And then you get a higher taste. And that higher taste will create you become devoted. It sounds so good. Then after that, you talk about Krishna from morning till evening, and that's what we call service. Like now we are doing service. I am doing service by speaking. You are performing service by hearing. Right? Then I'm eating Krishna Prasadam. Then my wife is doing service by cooking and offering. I'm doing my service as eating. Even eating is Krishna service. So like that. So when we do all these things, so what we can expect, that's when we can see that our life becomes perfect. All right. So here is what we want. We want perfect life. Okay. All right. So now the default. This is a long paper. All right. So we do next one because it's a short paper. Any questions? Any comment so far? All good?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Can I ask one question, Prabhu?
Yeah. Someone saying something?
Yes.
Jai Sri Ganesh. Yeah. Speak up loud.
Yes, Prabhu. If let's say our Prabhu said it's all Krishna planned, so in our life, how many % is our effort and how many % is Krishna's plan?
See, everything is Krishna's plan, but your effort, you have given a minute independence to make a decision. All
Yeah.
right, minute. That means you got a small independence to decide how you want your life to be. Okay. And Krishna will never interfere in your decision. It's up to you. Whether you want to be a devotee or you want to be a non-devotee, it's entirely your decision. And Krishna never interfered. Like that day, once I read one article. I mean, I was listening to one lecture. Suddenly, one person asked, if everything is like this, why Krishna need to create this kind of situation to put us in this material world, and we go through this kind of suffering? Why can't he just take us back home, lah? Is it true, Jay Ganesh? Logical.
Yes. Correct, bro. True.
Take everything and go back. Why you want to create this kind of place? Put you because Krishna never interferes in your minute, in your independence. Krishna gives you independence to decide how you want to be. Right? So as a spirit soul, you have that freedom to decide. Okay.
Thank
So in that this thing. So now once you know that you have been born here millions and trillions of times, you have passed through all living entities, all living species, right?
Yes, bro.
Now you got an opportunity that you got the rare opportunity. A rare opportunity. First, you got a body of a human being is very rare. And secondly, you born in an Indian body, also very rare. And thirdly, you also got an opportunity that you know Krishna, very rare. And especially like that day you shared about your family, right?
Yes.
Born in that family, suddenly for you to get Krishna is extremely rare, right or not?
Yes, bro.
So you got a very rare opportunity. So how many % do you think you're going to apply it to make full use of it?
Oh, correct, bro.
How many %? Tell me.
100%, bro.
Exactly. 100 and not only 100, 101%. Absolutely. This is a rare opportunity, I'm telling you. See, I've just written something on I have created all these things and I pasted around my study table. It took me 8.4 million lifetime to do what I am doing now. Okay. The thing that I pasted on my wall, I'm just reading. I always remind me, I always put it there so I read it so it always reminds me. It took me 8.4 million lifetime to do what I am doing now. Yes or not?
Yes, bro.
Therefore, I chant 64 rounds of japa daily, follow 4 regulatory principles strictly, study and master Shastra religiously. So that's what the frame that I have kept it on I pasted it on my, what they call, on my wall. Right? So sometimes 64 rounds, sometimes I can't even do it right. Fair enough, I'm not so perfect. Sometimes 32, 50, I'll try. But I always remind myself, that is the standard I should go. Right?
Right.
So this is a very rare opportunity. You can never bargain this opportunity with anything else. Do you know the story about Rupa Goswami or Sanatan Goswami? You know, this, he gave one. No. Was it what do you call? Was it Gaur Kishore Das Babaji? Yeah, my memory is dwindling already. Finish. He was given a Chintamani stone. Do you remember the past time?
No, bro.
Sanatan Goswami.
Sanatan Goswami, right? Okay, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank God. Vaishnava Kripa, Prabhu. All glories to you. So, what happened? He was, there's one guy came and back, what they call, came and back this Sanatan Goswami, Babaji or Babuji or whatever. Can you give me a blessing? Please bless me that I'll be very successful in life. Please bless me. Right? So please give me a boon. Please give me something. Then he just busy writing something and he just said, you want something? Oh, I want opulent. I'm so poor. I'm suffering. And blah, 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 blah. I said, really? Right. Sakada allure, or maybe near the toilet or what. Inside that dirt, there's one stone. Chintamani, take and go. Huh? Chintamani? In that sakada? Yeah, just take and go. So he took that thing. He took the Chintamani stone. Because the Chintamani stone, whatever that you touch, will turn into gold. Right? So I take the Chintamani stone and put in my mic. The whole mic will become gold. Right? So he was so happy. He went and touched everything. He became gold. He became so opulent. But suddenly he was thinking, well, Why did he kept that stone in a very dirty place when it's supposed to be very precious? And what happened? His greedy mind came into picture. He said, does he have something which is more opulent than this? Does he have something which is more wonderful than this Chintamani stone? He went back to him. He said, Babuji, yes. Are you happy? No. This one, he kept it in the Sakada. Right? Is there something that why? Is there something more opulent? Is there something that is more, what they call treasure? That means it's more like, what's the word? Another valuable. Is there something more valuable than this? Say, yeah. Can you give me that? Sure. And what is that? Go and throw the stone in the river and come. See, just throw the stone in the river and you come, I'll tell you. So what do? That person will just simply take the Chintamani stone and throw the stone into the river, into Ganga, and he'll come and sit in front of me. And what is that? This thing? Let me tell you. Right? So then after that, he start to say, the most precious thing in life is Krishna Bhakti. Then after that, he start to preach and he become a pure devotee. The Harinam, the chanting of the holy name, is the most precious thing that all of us have. Nothing beyond that. There's nothing in these three worlds we can trade in order to this thing. And once you get it, you get hooked to it. Right? There'll be a lot of flaws, fair enough, because we're in Kali Yuga. But this is something which is very rare opportunity that we got it after so many birth and death. And just by simply practicing these, we can go back home, back to God. So those who are still practicing maybe 10%, 20%, no, you have to take it very seriously. Good that you asked that question.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
We have to take the spiritual life very seriously.
Sure,
seriously in the sense of give up everything, become a monk? No. Or you're not married, right? Be a brahmachari? No. I'm not saying that. Seriously means when you are chanting your rounds, do it seriously. And you only take prasadam and nothing else. Right?
Yes.
And the time for you to read, that's it. You read it no matter what. Every morning at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m., you want the time for you to read Bhagavad, make sure you read it. Wake up early in the morning, 3:34, 4:30, do a Mangalarati, do Tulasi Puja at least. Worship Tulasi and sit in front of Tulasi and chant your rounds. Don't wake up late. So that is serious. Then after that, you read one verse or maybe one chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Right? You can read one chapter of Bhagavad Gita. I think it only take you 30-35 minutes only. So 18 days, you finish your Bhagavad Gita. Then do it again. First round, you only read the purport. The second, only the verses. The second round, you only read the purport. Like that, you go on reading and reading and reading, non-stop reading of Bhagavad Gita on a daily life. When you chant with full attention. Every beat's one mantra. And that one mantra it had all the potency in the world that to deliver you. All right? Why you want to waste simply one mantra in inattentiveness? So when you wake up early in the morning, when you chant, you have nothing else to think. Even the dog won't be barking at 6 o'clock. 5, 6 o'clock, even the dog won't be barking. Right? It becomes super silent. That's why the thief like to rob the house around that time. 3, 4 o'clock, they like to rob. Everybody go into deep slumber. And that time you awaken, you chant Hare Krishna, and you in front of Tulasi. Put a Tulasi Maharani and pray to Tulasi Maharani. My dear mother, all right, the superintendent of Vrindavan, give me that blessings. And take the mala Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Right? So like that, you chant. Okay? You just chant. So you feel like falling asleep, you chant louder. Right? Try and see. This is what we are calling seriousness. The seriousness is not like giving up a job or go to temple, become full-time, be a monk. No. You have to do it. Mangalarti, you have to do Tulasi Puja, you have to finish your 16 rounds daily, no matter what. And you only must put in prasadam in your mouth. All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay.
Yes,
34.
yes.
Any other question? Anyone? All good? All right. Dronang cha Bhishmang cha Jayadratang cha Karnang cha Tatanyang api Yoda Viran Maya hatang stvang Jahima Vyatista Yuddhasva Jetasi Rane Sapatnan. Right? Dronang cha Bhishmang cha Jayadratang cha Karnang cha Tatanyang api Yoda Viran Maya hatang stvang Jahima Vyatista Yuddhashva Jetasi Rane Sapatnam. So what he says. Oh, where is it? Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Drona, right? Dronacharya, the teachers, Bhishma, the grandfather, Jayadratha, Karna, and other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Everything has been destroyed by me. Therefore, kill them. Krishna says, kill them and do not be disturbed. All right? If they already been dead, they already been killed. But now you just kill them only. Okay? You just release the arrow only. Okay? They are all distinct. But do not be disturbed. Don't get disturbed. Simply fight, Krishna says. Just fight. And you will vanquish all your enemies in battle. All right? So now when we see here, every plan is made by Supreme Personality of Godhead. Every plan is made by Krishna. But he is so kind and merciful to his devotees. All right? He is so kind and merciful to his devotees that he wants to give credit to his devotees to carry out his plan according to his desire. Once Prabhupada said, all right, once some disciple asked Prabhupada, why didn't Lord Chaitanya travel the world and make the whole world chant Hare Krishna? Why Prabhupada? When Lord Chaitanya came to spread this Hare Kirtan worldwide, why didn't he do that? And you know what Prabhupada said it? All right? He led that to me. He led that service to me. All right. That means Prabhupada said he was given that, he was told, I mean, that was his job to do it. He gave me that credit to spread this Hare Krishna movement worldwide. All right. So, say like for instance, like if he can, like so many people can simply become a devotee by, there's so many Radha Yatras around, there's so many these things around, there's so many chantings, everyone knows. And now people are all making what Mimi or Meme or something like that, right? Krishna, Meme, Mimi, or they're creating all these. There's lots of things that people are, even my family group, in my family group, suddenly one guy suddenly posts something about the way that Russian devotees are dancing with Hare Krishna. Look, Hinduism, it won't die, right? The Hinduism will never die. You see, the Russians are accepting Hinduism. And down there, they put Hare Krishna dancing. Like today, one of my cousin brother shared, Hinduism even spread to Israel. I said, what does that mean? Then I saw, oh, it's a Israel Harinam Kirtan. Then I shared Japanese Harinam Kirtan. Oh, even Japan also, wow, Hinduism will never die. But for them, it's Hinduism. So that means there are so many info they're getting about Krishna, about his bhakti. But why? But sometimes they are not becoming a devotee. There are so many people out there, all are destined to become a devotee. Just like you and me, like us, we are all became a devotee because we are somehow or other very fortunate compared to those who are waiting in line. So Krishna is giving you the credit. If you think you have that credit to make a person a devotee, you should distribute Bhagavad Gita. Whether they're going to read or whether they are not going to read doesn't matter. All right. I give you one Bhagavad Gita, you just take and read. No. Give with conviction. All right. Arsi Mataji, give with conviction. Don't simply give. Give with conviction and tell them this book will change your life if you have guts to open and read it. This book will change your life. This book can give you peace of mind if you have guts to open and read it. I challenge you, read this. I know. Don't make a decision and read this book. Read this book and come to a conclusion. That is intelligent. I know everything means you really don't know anything. Read it and come into a conclusion. Like that, distribute the book. So that means Krishna is also giving you the credit of spreading his Krishna conscious to every town and village. Please take up. Right? So I'm getting another stocks of group about, but majority English. I don't have that small version anymore. All right, the small version is already done. Mataji took the last 5. I think got another 1 or 2 only. So, but the big version, all right, the distributing the recommended price, selling price is at 40, if I'm not mistaken. But we are trying to distribute at 30. All right, 30. Of course, there's some devotees also gave us some donations, so we subsidize. So roughly around 25 we can, because also we have included that shipping. So anyway, if you're interested, please send me a WhatsApp. If you think you want to help me, please give me a donation. All right, you can also send me a message. Give me a donation, so I can buy more books. Okay, I want books. All right, so I want to buy more and more Bhagavad Gita. I just want to like stock it up. So so you give me a donation, so I take it and distribute on your behalf. Okay, so I need that donation to have more books. So if you think you want to make it as your purpose of life, make it every month or whatever, just give a little sacrifice, whatever X amount that you can afford, just give it to me. Right? Let me accumulate, and I just want there's one recently, after some accumulation, I bought 1,200 worth of books. Right? I bought 2 sets of Bhagavad Gita, 2 boxes, and I bought 150 books on coming back. Okay, there's a small books, right? So no. Yeah, 150 books. 150 books. All right. It's all worth 1,000 plus, 1,000, 3,004. All right. And I always buy cash. I don't want to keep any debts with BBT. All right. So you can do that. And distribute books. Or if you want to distribute, I can send it to you. You take and distribute the book. It's very auspicious. So life, okay, so that means life should therefore move in such a way that everyone acts in Krishna conscious and understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? So life should therefore move in such a way. That means we all such a way that everyone acts in Krishna conscious. So if you want everyone, especially in your circle, to become a Krishna conscious, you have to encourage them to get a Bhagavad Gita. Okay? And through that, they can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? And how do we understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead? That means many people know, even the professor of Indology, they know Bhagavad Gita. But this understanding only will get through the medium of a spiritual master. If those are not initiated or planning for initiation, don't wait longer. You should go for it. At least accept a guru. At least you should communicate with the guru. Right? So that means through a medium of spiritual master. Because the spiritual master, he has the reservoir of bhakti. He just can open it and give it to you. The plans of the Supreme Person of Godhead are understood by his mercy. That means the plan we understand by through his mercy. And the plans of the devotee, all right, and the plans of the devotees are as good as his plan. Okay, so if you plan to distribute books, so your plan is as good as Krishna's plan. So one should follow, all right. So now one should, this is a beautiful, another last phrase, one should follow such plan and be victorious in the struggle for existence. All right? In the struggle for existence. Like now, you decide to leave the country, right? You decide you are suffering, you have gone through so much of suffering, right? And say like you are a refugee. You know, like this guy who killed Altantuya, you know, the fellow ran away. What his name? Saribu or something like that, no? Shirul. That's one policeman who supposed to be hanged. He ran to Australia. Imagine how he ran. Imagine you are in that shoe. So you have so much of struggle for existence, right? But now you got a ticket, you got a boarding pass, right? When you leave, what are you going to take with you? Are you going to take your this? Are you going to take that? No, you throw everything, just simply run and get liberated. All right? So that means we are all struggling with existence, especially in this material world. We are struggling with our mind. We are struggling with our intelligence. We are struggling with our ego, which cannot be seen. Right? There's something that within us are forcing us to do something which we don't want. Then we struggle with his fellow human being. And now the COVID is back. We struggle with something that we can't see, something very subtle, virus. Right? Then after that, we struggle with this environment through the demigods. Right? The environment, extreme heat. Now you see so much of flooding. Everywhere is flooding. Okay, landslide, flooding. Typhoon. Now it seems they say in no time the earth crust is changing. In no time, Malaysia, we're going to experience earthquake. And all the buildings built in Malaysia, they've never thought about earthquake. But if only earthquake come to Malaysia, that's it, finish. Because all the buildings are not earthquake proof. All the earthquake prone country, they build that such. But no. And imagine those are staying in high-rise building, working in this twin tower, I'm not scaring, but we are struggling for existence. Right? So in order to be victorious, follow the plan. So what plan? We follow the plan of Prabhupada. Perfect plan. Distribute his books and chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Okay. So with that, we end the session here. Is there any questions or any comment? Next week will be more interesting. Yes. Yes, Bhakti. Yes, Dinesh.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
You said something about the person who asked why Krishna doesn't do this, why he simply doesn't take us back,
Yeah.
why create the material world and all that. So, isn't it ironic that all these people who are supposed to be intellectuals, they somehow try to impose their plan to be Krishna's plan.
Okay.
Whenever they say why Krishna doesn't do this, why Krishna doesn't do that, so again the tendency to dictate terms to the Supreme Lord is there. If the Supreme Lord is supposed to follow your plans, then those are your plans, not his plans. So somehow their tendency to be to take up the role of the controller is always there, even when they ask such questions. Don't you think?
Okay. See, like excuse me. So in that talk, okay, it was a talk by this B.S. Keshava Maharaj, right? And one devotee asked that question. Okay. First of all, he asked in the question out of curiosity, all right, because he's a devotee practicing, but he just asked very innocently. He said that if all this is available, why not Krishna just simply take us back? So that was answer, right? But now what you're saying is also right? So why do Krishna? That means say like I am asking Krishna why you're doing this to me, or I want this to happen. So that means Krishna have to somehow or other listen to my plan, right? So that is all depends on our level of maturity in bhakti. Okay, not everyone.
Yeah, it's like in the case you mentioned about, that was the question by a devotee, but generally this question
Generally, yes.
also comes from all the so-called atheists, and
Yeah,
then so somehow they always say, okay, if God really exists, he should do this, he should do this, he should do this, he should do this. So they give their
correct.
entire list of to-do list to
To-do list.
God.
Yeah.
Then they want somehow the tendency to make God dance to their tunes is always there. So
Yeah.
that is the deluded condition, right? Somehow
Yes.
it's back to square one.
Very true.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like when you look at the Palestine-Israel war, all right, What is that got to do with that? You know, that is the decision by individual, and that individual has some followers, and through that followers they created, and end of the day they blame God. That is a stupidity of atheist people to say that people are fighting because of religion. What he says right, because when you see that everything is happened is not because see God give everything gave you randomly. It's just what you pick up and what you make, that's what you make out, right? What you what is that things that you make out from that that given to you. In every religion, okay, it says there's something which is very common, right? Because when I used to give talk to this interfaith, I used to say, what is that common in every religion? This is not a place for you. There's another place, some call paradise, some call Shurga, right? Some call Nirvana, or some call maybe Vaikunda, or something like that. There's some place where we're going to live there eternally. But we are not to be in this place. All right. So that means in this place, we have to do good. We have to perform something to serve our fellow human being. That is the qualification to go back. But the situation like this kind of unwanted situation, all right, like especially just when you talk about like clearing off that Gunurapat, the hills, right? It was a decision by individual who are very greedy, and because they start to demolish, they start to quarry that part of the place. That's why you see the free flow air wind coming, and it's destroying all the places in Gunurapat and all that area. Because the heel supposed to block the strong wind. Now the thing is flattened. So that is the nature of atheist, whereby they said if God is there, they should do this, do that. Right? Until there's a like Kamala Hassan, what he said, கடவுள் இருக்காரு எனக்கு தெரியல ஆனா இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும், something like that, right? So that is that what to do. That is the irony is the atheists are classified as a fools.
Yeah, actually regarding that, regarding Kamal, நான் அவருக்கு அறிவு இல்லைன்னு சொல்ல, இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும்னு சொல்றேன்.
Wonderful. That's very interesting. That's very interesting, Dinesh. Oh, this is something take away for today. அவருக்கு அறிவு இல்லை ஆனா இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும். How you said it again? அவருக்கு அறிவு. How you said it again?
நான் அவருக்கு அறிவு இல்லைன்னு சொல்ல,
அறிவு இல்லைன்னு சொல்ல, இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும். Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now it seems the group of these jokers from India want to create a program in Malaysia, I think. This Hindu Sangam is putting a big uha. They want that what they call KDN to stop their program. Have you heard about it? Now they try to spread their this thing to Malaysia, the DMK plus. All right. So anything else? So when we see that atheist people, we should be very pity them. I don't know what karma they have done or what situation where they lost the capability of what they call they lose the capacity to think. They are actually pitiful people, They are very, very pitiful. Sometimes what do Prabhupada say? Sometimes when you see atheist, we don't talk philosophy with them because they don't have that, they don't have that intelligence. They don't have that intelligence to understand. So how we deal with atheist? Give them prashadam, right? Give them something. Example, when they're doing that, when they wanted to organize Radha Yatra in New York, I think first or second or third or something like that. They need to build the Rath. They need to build a huge Rath. And the only place available was a what they call, was a parking lot belonged to Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, he's a crazy guy. and he's a almost atheist and like white supremacy kind of person. So, so they all wanted to meet him, but they were very suspicious because they were so sure Donald Trump is not going to approve it. So they went to his office and they asked, "Is Mr. Trump is here?" No, he's not here. I said, I brought some sweets. Just please give it to him. Right? Please give it to him because okay, what is the reason? No, I've just thought of asking for to use that parking lot to start our festival. And that secretary says, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. He will never approve it. I says, okay, anyway, just give him some sweets. Since I'm here, just give some sweets. Just pass to him. And you know what happened? They gave the sweet to him. Then Trump came. Then he said, what is that? He just said, yeah. He said, what is that sweet? Sweet? He looked at it. What is this? Some Indian sweet? He just put in the mouth and he just munched. Then after that, then the secretary jokingly said, yeah, these guys, Hare Krishna guys, they came, they want to use that parking lot to start the rhythm, to start the Rath. Oh, really? But then after he said, let them use it. And the secretary got a shock. Let them use it. That's all. That's the power of prasadam. So we do not try to argue with atheists. The best thing is give them prasadam, give them little prasadam and tell them, well, you take your prasadam and this thing, right? Because that's the way. We have so many ways to attract the atheist, right? Number one is by kirtan. The atheist will be seeing why these guys are always happy, right? Then second is prasadam, when they take prasadam. Because I have seen in my life, in this 30 years here, I have seen even the worst atheists now became a great devotees. But we should, if you have such atheists in your family, we should simply pray to Prabhupada and pray that hope Krishna or Prabhupada bless that person. Because even in my family also I have terrible atheist. Right? My close relation, very, very close, atheist. So no point arguing philosophy with him because he don't have that intelligence to understand. But he loves prasadam. Right? He loves prasadam. Sometimes he can come to the house, in our house only prasadam. Say, wow, very nice, this is nice, this is nice. He appreciates. When we do kirtan, hey, sounds good, nice. But talk about philosophy, he's not in. Anyway, very pity of them. All right. So, such a nice conversation. Saturday is Vaikunta Ekadasi, right? And also Gita Jayanti. I'm not sure I'll be around because I'm going to Penang. So please read entire chapter, recite. Then I'm going to go for Kulim Radha Yatra on Monday, 25th of December, Christmas Day. And that also a very interesting day because that's a day that I got my instruction from my spiritual master 30 years ago, 25th December. He came on 24th December and 1993, and I met him on 25th December in the morning, and he gave me a hug and told me, just do this and nothing else. And that evening, the first initiation ceremony I saw, those people who know the Shanti Vardhana, so Shanti Vardhana Prabhu got initiated on 25th December 1993. So this year, he also celebrates his 30th anniversary of being initiated. So I think, I'm not sure whether I'll be in Ipoh or not. We are planning to go to Penang from 23rd. All right. So if I'm around, then we can do this thing. And on 26th, okay, 25th is a Kulim Radha Yatra. Those who are staying in North, please join. And on 26th, Tuesday, we are having a talk with Raja Parikshit and Veera Parikshit. Both of them are doctors from Sarawak. The talk on cows, Krishna's cows. There are so many misconceptions about cows. Some say this, some say that. All right. So now here they're going to give a what they call Vedic scriptural evidence on cows and which cows and what and all these things. They're going to give evidence. And of course, so please don't miss it. All right. This is going to be one of the best session end of the year. Okay. And those who are in Ipoh, on 31st, we're going to celebrate our first year anniversary of our Namahat, opening ceremony of Namahat. And after that, we're going to continue with countdown. We're going to start at 7 o'clock. We're going to have all the devotees will be cooking and bringing. All right. So 7 p.m. until midnight, we're going to do countdown. Countdown means play crackers or whatever. The next day for ushering New Year in a very positive way. All right. If possible, we also try to do it online. Okay. So possible. All right. So with that, thank you so much. So whatever I've said and done is not my opinion. It's only my what I've heard from my spiritual master and the previous acharya like Prabhupada and all that predecessor, right? All the devotees. Okay. So with that, Pancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Paditanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna. Good night. Have a wonderful day. Hare Bol.
Thank
Hare
you
Krishna,
very
sir.
much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank
Hare
you.
Bol. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Krishna Prabhu, good night.